Hi everyone, Dr. Melissa here, and thank you for joining me. Slightly different location in New Hampshire. We're going to be focusing on yoga for runners. Perfect recovery class, whether you want to do it before or after your run, where we really hone in on a whole body approach, looking at our core, pelvic floor, hip mobility, trunk mobility. If you're new around here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel out. Go grab your mats and let's do this. All right, let's jump right into it. If you happen to have two blocks, go ahead and grab those. If not, no worries, I've got you covered. We're gonna come to a kneeling position to start, and let's take that left leg, step your left leg out in front. If you happen to have your blocks and wanna grab them, go ahead and place them on either side of that front foot. Now we're really working on pressing that left foot to the ground. Take your right hip and kind of tuck the right hip underneath. We're gonna sink the hips forward, keeping the rib cage down as we sweep that right arm, reach it all the way up overhead. Once you get to the top, press the top of your right foot to the ground. Gently spin your chest towards the ground. Reach through those right fingertips. Pull yourself, come back up. Hands come down towards the block, maybe the ground or your thigh. Straighten out that left leg. Think of pulling your left hip back towards you as you hinge forward. And then gently rotate that left leg in towards the front and then over towards the side. We're just rotating that hip in and out, feeling different parts all along the back of that leg. Bend through the front knee. We're tucking that hip underneath again. Drive into the left foot. Sweep your right arm up overhead. And then rotate your chest towards the ground. Keep pressing the top of that right foot to the ground. And then inhale, pull yourself, come back up, straighten out over that front thigh. Pull your hip back, lengthen it. We want to be careful we're not rounding here. We're lifting out through that chest. Rotate that leg in towards the middle and then out to the outside. And just noticing differences, left side, right side, can be really helpful for your running. I notice I definitely have differences. Bend through that leg, sweep the arm, tuck the hip, reach that arm up overhead. Spin your chest down towards the ground. And then inhale, pull yourself, come back up. Straighten out through that front leg. We're gonna rotate in and out one more time. Good. And we're gonna bend through the front leg. You can move that block off and take your right shin, spin that right shin behind you. Take the left knee, drive your left knee over those toes. And you're gonna take your left hand to the inside. Maybe that right arm floats overhead. It can also stay right by your side. We're reaching up, keep sinking, nice inner thigh stretch. Lengthening out, nice breath in. Exhale, let it go. When you take that breath in, notice where it goes. Does it come up to your neck, into your chest, or can you breathe out into the sides of your rib cage? Really important for when we're running for our core. Then we're gonna come up, take your right hand down towards the ground. That left arm lifts up towards the sky, overhead. Reach through those fingertips, nice breath in. Exhale, let it go. We're gonna pull ourselves, come back up. Bend over towards the side, bend that left knee, sink into it again. It's almost like a warrior two, but we're kneeling down. Come back up. You're floating in and out, noticing how that body's moving. Press into the right hand, lift the rib cage. Come back up. Bend into that kneeling warrior, good. And then come all the way back up. Now this time we're gonna stay here, pressing into that right hand, lift the left side of your ribcage. Left leg can stay down or it can be lifted. If it's lifted, you're reaching through the heel, slight roll the hips forward so we can feel that glute fire up. On your exhale, bend your left elbow, pull it by your side, turn to look up. Inhale, reach it overhead, spin the chest to the ground. Exhale, inhale, spin your chest. Nice work. Rotating from that rib cage, which will help our diaphragm fire up. 3, 2, nice work. Last one. Pull yourself, come back up. Oops, my blocks got in the way. Spin everything back to face the front. And then we'll take that left leg, sweep your left leg back. Keep reaching through your back heel. Press into those palms, lengthen out. And then slowly lower that leg down. And here we go on the other side. Right leg comes out in front. Press your right foot down into the ground. Helps fire up the glute. That left hip, we're gonna tuck the left hip underneath. If you've got those blocks, go ahead and grab them. And drive that knee forward. We're looking for a nice stretch in the front of that left hip. Left arm comes up overhead. And then maybe you gently twist the chest towards the ground. Reach through those fingertips. Nice breath in. Inhale, come back up. We're straightening out through the right leg. Ooh, a little tighter than the other side. Keep pulling this right hip back. Rotate the leg in towards the middle and then to the outside. Nice. Bend through that leg again. Tuck the left hip. Left arm reaches overhead and then spin the chest to the ground. Inhale, come back up. And straighten that leg. Rotate in towards the middle. And then the outside, just gently moving in and out. Awesome, we've got one more. Bend into that knee, tuck the hip, lift the arm up overhead, spin your chest towards the ground. Inhale, come back up. We're gonna take that leg, straighten it out, rotate in towards the middle, and then out. And each time we're moving, you should notice that it loosens up a little bit more. That's just another way to do a nerve glide, getting our nerves to move back and forth nice and smooth. We're gonna bend through the front knee, take your left shin, spin it behind you. That right knee is gonna drive forward, right hand to the inside, left arm comes up overhead. All right, so back to the nerve business. So sometimes it might feel like our muscles are really tight, but it's actually our nerves and our nervous system. So our breath is really important, getting the nerves to glide back and forth. Okay, now here we go. We're gonna inhale, come back up. Take that left hand down towards the ground. Right arm reaches overhead and just think of creating that rainbow. Inhale, pull yourself, come back up. Spin that right shin to face forward. Drive the knee, sweep the arms, come up overhead. Good. Nice work. Just float back and forth. What are you noticing on this side that might be a little different than your other side? Nice. Next time, we're gonna hold it there. Come back up. Left hand comes down, right arm overhead. Exhale, elbow by your side, half cactus. Leg can stay down, or maybe it's lifted. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Nice work. 3, 2. As you're exhaling, maybe you feel some of that lower abdominal, like you're blowing out through a straw. Last 1. Pull yourself, come back up. Spin everything back to face the front. We're gonna take that right leg, sweep your right leg back. Reach through the back heel, press into the top of that left foot. Good. Lower everything back down. All right, here we go. One more series to get those glutes fired up a little bit. Take your left leg, kick your left leg back behind you. Hips are facing the ground, and we're gonna drive our left knee in towards our chest, step that foot forward. Curl those back toes underneath. You can also always use the block. If there's something in front, you can hold on to that as well. We're lifting up, slowly transition the weight over your left foot. Drive your right knee, maybe a toe tap, maybe you bring it to your chest. Exhale, press the palms and twist. We wanna be careful not to lean backwards, getting that rib cage over our pelvis to fire up our glutes. Our glutes are our powerhouse with running. Take that leg, slowly transition it back. Hands come down, take your left leg, sweep that left leg back, reach behind you. Peel that left hip open towards the sky, reach through your heel. Slowly drop it down, drive that knee in toward your chest, curl those back toes underneath. Left leg does all the work as we slowly come up. Exhale, twist. Feeling that lower abdominal lifting up, not a pushing down or a pressure. Kick that leg back behind, lift the hip up. If you've got questions on if I'm feeling it right in my pelvic floor, doing the breathing right, I'll put a link up here where I go over that in another video. Take that left foot, step it forward. Nice, slow, controlled transitions. Use your breath. Make sure you're not gripping those toes. Step it back. We're gonna go through one more time. You should be feeling the outside of that left hip firing up. We're not sinking down. Press into those palms. Last one. Drive that leg in. Press into your left foot. Come all the way up. Exhale, twist. Nice job. Step it back. Take that left leg, reach it back. Peel the hip open one more time. And then drop that knee back down. Other side, take your right leg, drive the heel back, toes face the ground, press into the top of the left foot. Bring that knee in towards your chest, step your foot forward, press into the right foot, slowly transition, come up, and then twist. We can always keep the toe tapping down. We just wanna make sure we're not gripping, leaning backwards. We're using our breath. Take that leg, step it back, reach through that back heel. Peel the hip open, drop it down, knee comes towards your chest. Press into the foot, right leg doing all the work. Press the palms, it will help engage that core a little more. Nice, slow, controlled, awesome job. Step it back. Reach through that back heel. Exhale, drive your knee in towards your chest, step that foot forward, press into your right foot, come all the way up, spin off towards the side, spread your toes, bring it back to center, step back. We've got one more time going through. Reach that leg back behind, peel your hip open towards the sky, slowly drop it down, drive the knee in, press into your right foot, come all the way up. And what is the difference from your left side and your right side? And do you notice different things when you're out running with what you've noticed difference left to right? Take that leg, step it back behind, peel that hip open, reach through the heel, lower back down. Now you can come down onto your knees. Maybe you come into a full plank. We're gonna lower everything all the way down. Inhale, gently pull yourself open, broaden through the front of your chest. Press down on the top of the toes, no pinching in the back. And just gently turn to look to the left. Turn to look to the right. Back to center, press the hips up. Maybe you come into a down dog. Maybe you sink it back into a child's pose. Reach through those fingertips, nice big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, pull yourself, come back up. Finishing with one more hip stretch. If you've got the blocks and want to use those, go ahead and grab them. And if not, you can just bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees hang down. If you have the blocks and want it to be a little bit more supportive, kind of restorative, just stick those blocks underneath your knees. Bring your hands down towards that rib cage. Nice, gentle breath in. Exhale, letting it go. Bring attention to the openness in your hips. Maybe those glutes fired up for your run or for your next run. The connection you are feeling with your breath and that exhale with this pelvic floor and lower abdominals. The rib cage opened up to help fire up that diaphragm. So we're not just breathing into our chest. And let's just take 2 more gentle breaths here. Awesome. On your next inhale, bring those thighs back up to each other. Let's gently roll onto your side. Just make your way up, comfortable position. Take a nice big breath in. Exhale, bring those hands down towards heart center. Awesome job with those exercises. Whether you're getting ready to head out for a run or if you're just finishing up one, keep tuning into those differences. Left side versus your right side. Am I activating the right muscles? What are those specific little changes I need to make so I feel it more in my glutes or I can feel my lower abdominals and pelvic floor? If you're still struggling to figure out if you're feeling it in those right muscles, go ahead and check out the link I have down below. It is a free ReWire Your Pelvic Floor and Core Challenge where I go over those specific little adjustments that you need to make. Keep up the good work. Until next time, namaste.